What are we doing today, Scott? Well, I'll tell you what, Scott, we're going to take some Lime scooter batteries apart and make a horrible video about it. Why's that, bruh? Well, you see, I can't find one on the internet, so I'm going to make one and put it on the internet. And it's going to be shit because, well, let's face it, I'm using a fucking cell phone camera, so you know this video is going to be horrible. Anyway, one Lime scooter battery. They are 10S3P. They usually hold these lovely jobbies. These are NCR 18650 BDs. They are roughly 3200 milliamps, 10 amp constant discharge. Fantastic. Got my lovely Lido Carla over here. Got an Opus on the way anyway. Great for secondhand battery pack making, or if you just need them to run bloody torches and all your other normal shit. It's a great source. The high capacity, life's good. We're going to take this one apart now. So to take these bad boys apart, along the Lime scooter tag, or if it's there, you will see there's a whole bunch of holes. And these holes are screws. They are just your standard Phillips. They're fucking tiny. There's 5 of them. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. They are covered in some plastic crap, so you got to give it a wee wind before you can get in there. Yeah, take them out, and then after that we need to crack the case. So I found the easiest way to crack these is to just grab a screwdriver, or in my case, in the spirit of shitty YouTube videos, a fucking bent nail. And you literally put it on like that, and you give it a turn, and that'll pop these open, and you'll be able to start working your way in there. I like to use a flathead. Seems to work the best. Flathead, and then something else just to help peel it back. So I'm going to crack this open for you. Alright, so once again, get something, jam it in there, turn it, that cracks it open. Make sure to do it for the other side. It'll make your life a lot easier. Once you've got these pulled apart, work your way down to about halfway. From there, you should be able to, if you've separated both of these, get your fingers or use something to put in there and just slowly pry it open. And what that'll do, you'll hear the adhesive layer that is on the roofs here slowly start to peel off from the batteries. And then eventually you should just be able to take them out like that. Woo! Easy peasy. Look at them beauties. Now from here you've got 2 options. You can either just snip these wires, or you can feed them through here. Obviously this is encased on here. Get a screwdriver underneath, pull it off, take it off, and then you'll be able to just put those through there. Now that it's out of its case, inspect the batteries. In my case, it looks like we're not doing too good. These look like they've had a bit of a hard life, so I don't expect to get much out of this pack. But that's okay, because I got heaps more. If you're wondering where to get them from, your local computer or e-recycler will happily give them to you. They have to pay to recycle them. So if they can get someone else to take them away and make money off them, they will happily let you have their e-scooter batteries and other lithium batteries that have been harvested from various sources and various other lithium packs I got many moons ago. Now, so at this moment, I like to take a minute just to say, this is a battery pack that is 10S3P. So that is 42 volts nominal DC, and I think it cuts off at 30. That means there is 42 to 30 volts in this battery pack. Probably not this one because it's fucking fried and most of these will probably be short-circuited. But please be careful. You can either wear gloves, or you can just be a mad cunt like me and go, I'll just not electrocute myself, as he's said many times and electrocuted himself. So, first thing I like to do is these green strips down here, I like to take off. Obviously, if you disconnect those, it disconnects the packs, brings the voltages down, makes them a lot safer. Plus, you need them, get them off anyway if you want to get to these batteries. A good set of these bad boys will do you well. You can try pliers, but realistically, just peeling these off works quite well. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Most probably not. No, I cannot. Usually, you just get under there and bend that tab. Oh, yeah, there we go. Bit potato. Oh, yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Anyway, you get the gist of that one, and do that for all of them along here. If you can't seem to pull it up, there is actually slack underneath here that you can usually get pliers on and peel it up that way, and then you can snip it off. You'll work it out, but once again, be safe. Alright, so disassembly once again. You get down here, you fucking give these a wee peel back, and as long as they're broken from there, you're good. You just move these out of the way as you go, and you just, chop and push them, and the next one comes undone. Till you get to the end, you can either chop that BMS off, but a friend of mine likes to reuse them if they're any good, so I'll only chop this plastic. Anyway, let's move on. I know this pack is crap. Look at the bloody corrosion on them and the damage on these cells, so I'm probably just going to play the Chinese recycling man, but that's okay. You win some, you lose some. So removing the BMS is a lot easier now. We've disconnected these packs. They don't touch each other in between. They have a fucking plastic thing in between them anyway. So there shouldn't be any high voltages here, but we're going to pretend there are. To remove the BMS, there are 2 screws. Yes, more screws. Our lovely Phillips. There is 1 screw at the side here, about there. Honestly, just stick your screwdriver in, give it a turn, try to scrape some of it off, do what you can. 1 there, and there's also 1 about here. In fact, it's still in that crap. Get rid of that. Then what you want to do is that we stuff sellotape to the side, take them off, and you should just be able to, from this side, go up. You'll then have to grab a nice set of your lovely cutters again. Oh, I broke those ones. Ha! That's why you always buy a 5-pack from AliExpress, mate, or wherever you go. Always make sure you get more than 1. Anyway, you have to snip that jobby, and then you should just be able to lift it up like that, and then you'll see down here you got to snip that jobby too, and this should just come straight off. Alright, so once we've removed the BMS here, there is a metal pole that runs through the whole of this, keeping these together. I thought I had one round here, but I can't seem to find it, or I've just lost it in the massive amounts of shit I have. Either way, on the BMS side, there's a whole bunch of silicone in this hole. Scrape that silicone out and you will come across a Phillips screwdriver head, the same you use to take all these apart. Get in there, give it a turn. You will need 2 hands. Sometimes it will turn with these. But what you can do is you can now kind of move this and put some pressure on it. Should come out. I have had issues where it's kind of threaded and hasn't. And so what I've had to do is break all these apart from the glue, which gives you enough room to flex it, and then put an angle grinder through to cut it. I hope you don't have to do that, but I did have a gap like that big, so there was plenty of room. But you don't want to do that. Anyway, let's do that. God damn it. Alright, so we're in the garage. I tried to get this out, but it didn't want to come out. It's just turning when I turn the screw, it's turning the shaft. So what you can do is if you wriggle the glue loose on these, you can get a pretty good gap in between them. And that's enough to get a hacksaw in and cut it up, or use an angle grinder. Up to you. This doesn't usually happen, but I get it every 15, 20 packs. So anyway, let's chop that up and go back upstairs. Anyway, we've got them all apart now. This is the rod that runs through. It's got a flat bit on the end and a screw on the top, although this one had to get cut. Anyway, we got 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 27, 30. Next is to cut them apart from each other, which once again, using these, like I said, these ones are looking a bit bad, and that probably confirms that, but we'll still take it apart anyway. Anyway, I cut them apart just by nipping the tops here like this, and then just pulling them out. And I find it a lot easier to take all the nickel off after you've gotten them out. The holders are just like this, so one on top, one on bottom. Quite easy to lift out afterwards, so do that for all of them. Alright, make some fancy fucking video out of this one, eh? comes off pretty easily. Alright, so we voltage test some of them. As you can imagine by the state of these batteries, didn't come out too good. What we're going to do next is we're going to tidy these up anyway. I just have a cardboard box here just filled with zinc. If you haven't realised already, be careful when you take these shit apart. That shit's sharp as shit and it will cut you very easily. Yeah, so I decided that I wouldn't continue with these shitty batteries, so I harvested another battery pack. As you can see, these look a lot nicer. They've all been tidied up. The zinc has been thrown in fucking the zinc pile. We're going to quickly go through them and voltage test these ones because they're probably a better one to fucking watch. So I've got these lovely holders here that I got from another scooter pack. Otherwise, just put them on the table and test them. We'll do a few here. Look at that, 3.6, that's their nominal voltage, so these cells are fucking mint. If you get cells that are probably, oh, that one's gone walkabout. If you get cells that are below 2 volts, don't use them, even 2.5 really. If you're building a battery pack with them, they're probably fucked. They'll still be good as general cells. I've found 99% of the time, if it's 2 volts or even under, by the time you've charged them back up and going, they come right, but they're not something you want to put into a battery pack. They, into a torch, and then if it fucks out, you can just throw it out and get a new one. But these are 3.6. That's fucking mint. Next thing we got to do is capacity test them, but that's a whole different story. This is all about harvesting e-scooter packs, Lime scooter packs, and I've shown you how to do that. I hope you enjoyed this incredibly shit-ass video. There wasn't another one on YouTube, so I had to make one. It's going to be shit. It's going to be hoary. It's going to be fucking painful. But it's going to be the only video on YouTube on how to do them. So I hope someone else comes along and makes a better video. If not, sucks to be you. Later, Bolt. I hope y'all have a good night.